Hey everybody, Slycat here. I'm back in my original home. You can see it's decorated. It's decorated basically how it was a while ago. Uh, I have an axe right here because I have more pillagers and I've tried to record this opening about 3 times outside to show you the new terrain and I keep dying. Yeah, that two there. That's me running around and collecting stuff and whatnot. I was pretty high, but pillagers. I think they're mad because I have gotten, I think, 4 pillagers to lose all their arrows, and I've placed them around my town. And now it's like revenge of the pillagers. It's not fun. Anyways, I have done a lot in this world. I have 3 or 4. I have 4 buildings to show you, a lot of landscaping, and I completed the moss farm. My moss farm's not perfect, and when we get there, I will explain. Um, I've done a lot of grinding, so I'm going to throw in a couple clips of that right now. Yeah, see? A lot of grinding. Lot, a lot of work. And now I'm gonna go try and kill some pillagers so that I can continue our tour. Come with me? Where'd they go? They were around my new building. Where'd they go? Oh, and of course, the pillagers despawn as I go to hunt them down. That's actually kind of useful. It means I don't have to kill them and I can just continue on the tour. As you can see, here's a building. We'll start over here. Let me get rid of the axe. This is a building. It's just a house. I haven't finished the pathway. It's going to lead on through there and to the housing underneath all of the cave, or not cave, deck. Sorry, this is very cave-like, but there's going to be more buildings over here. This is the first house. We just go inside. There's a living room. It's got some decor. It's got a little bedroom over here. Potted plant. And then like an office work area back here. And I like giving my buildings like second stories, but this is just an attic. I'm going to use this to store random blocks that I have no use for. And I put a desk up here because why not? So yeah, this was one of the buildings I completed. And then that building. That's the moss farm. That'll be the last building I explain and show how the farm works because the video I used for that, I had to tweak. It wasn't working very well. Well, it wasn't working basically at all. So I made some tweaks and it's still not perfect. I have a lot of stuff I have to do to it, but still. Here you can see my landscaping. I've been mossing out the terrain, building in some of these stone bricks where the cliff sides are too high. And then you get up here and I have more. Obviously, a little decor over in this corner. A little working booth with one of my pillagers. Hello, sir. Why are you looking that way? Yeah, let's fix that. Ready? Let's there. Now are you customer facing now? You are. Hello. Nice to meet you. Here's another building I built. This is another just home. It's a fisherman village. It needs homes. You walk into the little kitchen area, and there's no seating in here yet. I wanted a carpet, so I didn't put a table, so yeah. And this is just a very small upstairs. Very small. But they have a nice balcony view of the waterfall and the thing that will be over there eventually that I still haven't told you about. I'll throw in a couple clips of me building this place and the next place right now. Okay. Now that you've seen some of the some of that, let's go up. Here's a pathway. This is actually a door to that building. Mind you, it is literally just a staircase that leads into the building. But this is like a community hall where the villagers can come up, stay out of the weather some when they come up to this this level. Yes, this level of the village. I'll have buildings out here. A couple going this way. There's a door on the other side too. Over here. And I'm going to put a couple going that way. Maybe a couple in this hillside here, where the town has spread up from being a little fisherman village and so on. But the mall. I said I was going to do a mosaic on this wall back here. Don't fall down a hole. And I've actually decided I'm going to do like a wrap down staircase. And I'm going to do another arch, like the entranceway down there, arch here with some more booths up here for people to sell stuff. But that's a project for later. I want to get more of my smaller buildings put in and eventually start the project for that island. I just want more of this village completed before the island pops up. Because there's a story behind the island. And see more of my cliff siding. Now, we're going to go down to the moss farm. The general version of the moss farm can be found in the description of the video that I used. And this building here isn't actually the moss farm. No, this is just a little house. Yep, just a little house. Now, when I start my moss farm, I actually have to come back here because I get stones occasionally in here if I don't time it correctly. Let's wait. I'll sleep. And before I go to sleep, I'll explain a little more. That's one of the problems of my moss farm, is this. If you watch the video that I used to build the moss farm, I built everything basically the same. All the insides down below are the same. I just changed this because he has one lava source and it was just making cobble. Just constantly making cobble. So that was not useful for me. I changed it to 2. Now I get stone, and after breaking a few of them, it seems to work. I'll show you that. So here's my on switch. First thing I have to do is come in, check. If stones pop up, I have to break them. They usually pop up within the first 30 seconds if they're gonna pop up, and apparently this wants to call me a liar because they're not popping up. I must have timed that really well. They do occasionally pop up as stone. Okay. But after you break the stone, if you have to break the stone, my farm is actually down here. Which is right here. The only other problem I found is this is supposed to make moss pop up, and then it goes into these 3, and then there's composters underneath, and it's supposed to supply bone meal. I don't know what I did wrong, but I have to keep stocking it full of other stuff to make the bone meal. See, there we go. There's moss. It makes quite a bit of moss, so it's good. It's just not self-sufficient like I'd prefer, because this will eventually run out and just go back to being straight stone. Which is okay, because then I just come over here to my collection, which is only being collected by the 2 on the ends, so these 4. And I'll pull out, oh, there's none in there. None in there. I've taken a lot of moss out of those too. Here, I'll take the moss carpet and the seeds and any of the bushes that pop up and feed it in. There we go. Occasionally, I'll throw just a 64 of moss in to keep it going. Here, let's do that. Throw a 64 of moss in. And then it'll go for a while. So while that's running, I'll show you the other parts that I modified. Oop, why do I keep hitting that? Okay, I'll go show you the other parts that I modified of this. So I already showed you that I changed the lava source. All of the innards underneath are the same. I changed nothing from the way he does it in the video. But this is different. I couldn't get the sticky pistons on the bottom to run. They just stayed stuck up when he did the torch method. So I now have blinking torches. And if you want to know how to get one of these to start, you just make a circle. Then you break a corner. Once it's run out to about here, then you place down a redstone torch. Or no, you place down a redstone torch to make it spin. Then you break the torch. Once it gets there, you put in the redstone. It's pretty simple, and it's not hard to figure out. So besides that, the only other thing I changed was the starter, which we'll leave that run so I can show you this. I have to go inside to show you the starter, because the only way to access it now is past lava. It's down here. See? I had to make another kind of clock to push this for me, so I'm not standing at that lever, pushing the lever, pulling the lever, pushing the lever, pulling the lever. Now it's just automatic. That was just nonsense that I figured out. I'm not really a redstoner, but I'm learning. So, yeah. I will throw in some clips of me making this moss farm and the struggles that I had right now. Yeah, see? It was a struggle. But I figured it out in the end, which is great. Now I'm just gonna go show you a little more landscaping, and that should be all for this episode. Here. Oh, well, one more thing. I did catch a couple more pillagers. These are not the ones that were killing me. These are just extra pillagers. But here's some more of my landscaping. I really like that. To me, that feels more natural. Just the grassy cliffs. Some of it's just got stone protruding out. I still have to put in my leaves for shading of the green, but I like this. I think it's pretty. And if we go down here, you can see that I've done more work and that I'm still working on this hill, as you can tell by the dirt. But here's some more cliff siding. It's just so pretty. Now, hello, gentlemen. I got gentlemen in there and in here to tame still, plus the guy down there and over here. But let's go show you my my not so stabby pillagers. There's this guy. Hi. This is this guy. He just lives here now. This is his little farmhouse. Har har to you too. That will eventually be his brother, who lives in what will be the house behind him. But right now he's just an angry man. An angry, angry man who likes to shoot me. There's some pillagers in here. Hello. A pillager over there. And, oh, now, the whole reason I did these in half slabs is because I wanted to use boats to get the pillagers up here. And you can pull them in a lead, and I can get them to about here. And then because how narrow this is, I have to come back here and then stack my way up with the lead to pull the pillager up. And then I just jump in the boat and bring them into here. Look, I have workers. He works for Harley's Honeys. And this is Patty. Patty's potted plants. I don't have anybody in here yet. I did have a guy, and I got him all the way up here. And then I broke the boat. Even when they don't have their arrows, they're not happy people. So I had to get rid of him. Here's a little more of the landscaping. This is more of the completed landscaping with the leaves. So, yeah. That's what I've been doing. So, I guess this is bye for now. See you next time. Bye.